I'm going to shock the world here.
I'm calling for an open tryout. If anyone is watching this, I'm calling for an open tryout. I got a year of eligibility
You
left.
might have some.
Anthony, where is home for you?
Home is Medway,
That's wrong.
Massachusetts.
All right, I hear what you're saying, but I'm just have to disagree.
While we were in class this morning, I was watching his mixtape, and this guy catches and shoots from anywhere.
Are you looking for love? Well, you're in luck because Bobcat Bachelor starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition of Bobcat Breakdown. To celebrate Valentine's Day, we decided to rebrand our show this week to host Bobcat Bachelor. 4 contestants will try for the final Q30 microphone, making a case for why their team is the best on campus. Now, who's ready to meet our Bachelor? Come on, come on, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies admire him, men want to be him. Gage Kilborn, everybody. All right. Now, Gage, we have 4 winter sport experts here to take you on a picnic and describe what qualities they would take from their beats to mold the perfect player. For their athletic team, the winner will get to take Gage on a special date to their favorite athletic facility. First up are Keenan Mills and Keith Savage. Let's hear it for them. Quinnipiac basketball, let's hear it.
How are you doing, Keith? Doing great. All right, guys. So the big question I have for you two is, what are the 3 big players on your teams?
All right, I'll start off. So I'm doing men's basketball, Gage. I'll start off with my 3 guys. Number 1, I have Matt Ballon. The reason why I have Matt Ballon, he's loyal. If you want a partner who is loyal to you, Matt Ballon has been it for 6 years. But guess what? He's also electric. That's what Matt Ballon is. 18 points per game. One of the top players back. Might be back player of the year. And number 2, Savion Lewis. Again, loyalty. That's key. That's what you want. Key is loyalty. And he is that. Another 6 year. And he's also, he can give it out. He's going to share it to everyone. He's top 30 in the entire nation in assists. He's going to help everyone out. He cares about a lot of people. And number 3, fans' favorite, J.J. Riggins. The reason why I have J.J. Riggins is when he enters the ball game, people are loving him. You want someone that everyone loves. You don't want someone that people don't really like. J.J. Riggins is someone that everyone likes, and that's perfect. Loyalty, consistency, electric, and lovable. That's what my team's doing, but let me hear yours, Keenan Mills. You're women's basketball.
Gage, do me a favor. Get up.
Okay.
Give me your jig. Come on. Yeah. How fun was that? It was so much fun. That was fun, right? Yeah. Tierra White. That's my first player. Every time the women's basketball team, they get a bucket, they're dancing. They're having fun. What's important in a relationship, Gage?
Having some fun.
Having some fun. Absolutely. Now tell me, you got to be intense too, right?
Exactly.
If we're out to eat and you order a cheeseburger and they come out with a tomato soup, who's going to be the leader in the relationship to yell at the waitress and go get the correct order?
That's a good point.
Jackie Grisdale, a leader of the Quinnipiac women's basketball team. She's out for the season. They aren't that team without her, the leadership on and off the court. They need that. And my last one, defensive, offensive side of the ball. You want to be a little sentimental, you want to be a little bit attacked. Ella O'Donnell, she's got the long wingspan. She can play defense. She can shoot the 3. She can get into the paint. All around superstar. Those are my 3 players, Gage.
All right. That's a good point by both of you, all around.
I know, but think. Consistency, loyalty.
Oh, come on. You've
Gentlemen.
That was great, guys. But now it's time for Gage to decide who has earned their one-on-one date with some great points. Gage, the floor is yours.
You know the right answer, Gage. You know it.
It's
Hand this off to Gage.
Come on. You know this, Gage. I know you well.
It's pretty tough to decide here. I mean, you both gave great, valid reasons, but the issue is J.J. Riggins. Everybody's a fan favorite, but for the wrong reasons. And it's for that.
Is it the dancing?
It might have been the dancing. It might have been to do with that. So with that, Keenan, will you accept this Q30 mic?
Of course I will.
Wow.
You, Gage?
Wow.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, you'll get there one day, buddy.
I'll be back on the stage, no worries.
Okay. With one group date down, it's time to welcome in our hockey experts who are both dying for a trip to their favorite athletic facility with Gage, Anthony Rossi, and Zach Stokinger. Let's hear it for them. Come on, guys.
you go. So same with the basketball guys. What are your 3 stars on the hockey team they think really supports your part?
Well, I don't know why you're tossing to me, Rossi, because you're going down, buddy. All right, first, let's start with Jaden Lee. Leadership, loyalty. He's been with the program 5 years. He's helped them win a national championship. In a relationship, you want a successful person. You don't want to drag someone along. You want someone to be right there with you, succeeding throughout life. Now, let's move on to consistency. I want Colin Graff. Give me Colin Graff. Colin Graff's consistency throughout the past 2 years has been unmatched. He's been in the Hobie Baker running 2 years in a row now, and he also has 2 game-winning goals, as well as averaging almost close to a point per game at the collegiate level. It's great. Having that consistency is great for a team. Now, one more. Clutch. You need clutch any moment in your life. Clutching up a homework assignment, clutching up a 3 in an intramural basketball game, clutching up a goal in the national championship. Come on. You need clutchness, and that's what Jacob Coolin brings.
I'm a little bit confused why you need clutchness in a relationship and
Well,
love,
yeah, maybe. You know, you may not be the best talker. You may not have the greatest relationship skills, but having clutchness can help you either way.
Okay, so those are great reasons, but I'm going to give 3 better for the women's ice hockey team. First, we're going to start with the most experienced player on this team, 6-year goaltender Logan Andres. Talk about consistency with her. She has been unbelievable this year, and her reliability in net, unbelievable. She has the most wins in the entire NCAA. After this past weekend, yes, she had a little bit of a struggle, but that's 2 tough teams in the NCAA. But you can always rely on her because the losses were not blamed on her. Next, I'm going to go with the youth of the team. The youngest and most talented, in my opinion, on the team, Kaylin LaMarche. She has put up the most points by a rookie that we've seen in almost 20 years on this team. She has done so good, and you need that because you need that in that relationship. And finally, we're going to go with Sadie Peart, the most consistent player on the team. She has the 2nd most faceoffs in the entire NCAA. And with consistency, she's always winning back the draw. She's always winning you those points, all those points in the relationship. And that's why I'm picking those 3 players.
I'm gonna follow a page in your book, Rossi, and ask you, why do you need youth in relationship? What's wrong with having the same age?
It's just
why
the
do you
talent.
Need youth? The talent is fine, but why
It's
do
the
you need
young
youth?
talent.
Do you want to be dating someone that's 20 years
So
younger
much
than you?
passion up on this stage, guys, but let's keep it on track, okay? There's just 1 microphone left to be handed out and 1 date still to be planned. Gage, I'm glad you're making this decision because I just can't even make it myself.
It's going to be a tough one, Mike. I got to say, I don't know. Both of you guys gave valid arguments all the way around. And for you is one word: consistency. Well, the relationship's not all about consistency. It's a big roller coaster of emotions. And when you mentioned Jacob Quillen having to come through in the clutch, that is why I would go with Zach Stokinger. I mean, you gave that. It was like a home run for me. And would you give this mic?
Of course I would.
I think that
Angela,
this is
be
some
an
men's hockey bias right here, but
No
okay.
men's hockey bias by any
Hockey
means.
bias?
No.
Why are
It
you
was all
trying to
about
break up a
consistency.
beautiful thing,
Consistency
Ross?
is not in a relationship. It's going to be as Rocky Road's going to have its high peaks and its low peaks, and when he said that, it just hit hard.
Okay.
Guys, passions are just high, I understand it, but Gage has his tickets booked for 2 dates with the recipients of 2 microphones who are already through to the next round. When we come back, we'll see how their dates went and who will be going home in our first round of eliminations. Don't go anywhere.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
believe you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at Talk About
Welcome back to Bobcat Bachelor. It's time for our first group date of the evening after Keenan won with his debate against Keith. He earned a trip up to his favorite athletic facility on campus with Gage. Let's take a look.
So Keenan, you brought me here to Lundercore. Your favorite place where the basketball team plays their games. But what about this means so much to you?
Gage, if there's one thing you should know about me before you get into anything, it's I have a lot of history. I have a lot of history, and if you just look right over there, what does that say, Gage? That's a Sweet 16 banner. Okay. That's historic. If you go right down the hall, there's a national championship banner in the hockey rink. That's not, the basketball court just means something else. It's a great environment here. If you go sit in like the soccer bleachers, you can spend like 10 minutes sitting. I like to get comfy. Sit, come on, get comfy with me.
Get comfy with you.
Wow, like how, you could, this is two halves, 4 quarters in these seats right here.
It's pretty cozy.
This is really, that's what Lender Court brings to you. It's a lot, it's important.
It's a lot, but as of late, the basketball team's been struggling a bit, not making NCAA tournament berth since 2019. A lot of years of pain and turmoil for these teams at this point, but what about the facilities, though? It makes us the best on campus.
What I think is important is pain brings you character. And maybe some rebuilding years have happened, and maybe some pain in the MAC tournaments have happened, but you only get stronger. Like Tomater, he has his dents, right? But it brings him character. It makes him who he is. And that's what these rebuilding years, they're learning. And they're improving, and next year they're gonna have a better record, and then they're just gonna continue to get better. Just like you and me.
You know what, I can't agree more. There's not much to debate with on that one, but I mean, Tomater, he's a good truck. I'll say that. He's built for tough.
Wasn't that just lovely? I mean, romantic, just the ambiance was just beautiful. Good thing for us, there's just one more group to date, to watch. Check out the winners, check out the losers, date with Gage at the home of the national championships.
So Zach, you brought me to Frank Pride Junior Arena where the Quinnipiac men's hockey team plays their home games. Why does this mean so much to you?
Well, Gage, I gotta be honest. When I was looking at schools, Quinnipiac wasn't my first choice. But when I came to this arena and I got to see it for the first time, and I've seen all these accomplishments they have here, and what the men's team has done, especially with that national championship, I fell in love with it. I knew I had to come here, and I mean, the success they've had on the ice, the atmosphere they bring around campus, it's a beautiful sight.
Yeah, I can't agree more. I was watching that game last year. They won the national championship. It meant a lot to me and the school as well. But what about this facility stands out compared to the rest of the facilities on campus?
Well, I mean, compared to the rest of the facilities on campus, there's so many seats, there's so many opportunities for people to come see the game. You look at something like the softball field, you have to stand and you have to stand on people to see the game. Well, the fences are so high, you can't even enjoy the game. There's no stands. Here, it's a 3,000 seat arena. You could see someone new every week. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
Well, there's 3,000 seat arena right next door called the Lender Court. That says a lot of people there too.
Well, yeah, the Quinnipiac's an ice hockey school.
Okay, they're turning to a basketball school right now by the looks of it.
Not really.
We'll see.
Yeah, sure.
All right, with that date over with, let's welcome our 4 contestants back onto the stage with our winners and our losers and everybody up here, and so many passionate emotions. It's just crazy.
Thank you.
All right. Do you think you have what it takes to give the final microphone?
It's a tough decision. All of you guys gave such lovable expressions of your teams, but I'm going to have to make my decision based on my heart, and my heart chooses Keith.
Oh,
will you accept this Q30 mic?
Congratulations.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I'm gonna treasure this. Thank you.
And you missed. Congratulations to each of you for being the final 3 contestants on Bobcat Bachelor. When we come back, the trio will duke it out to avoid another elimination. Don't go anywhere because things are just heating up.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job.
I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working.
I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bobcat Bachelor. With 3 contestants remaining, each of them will have the opportunity to tell Gage why they deserve the final rose by sharing the most lovable parts about their team. First up, we have Zach.
All right, well, Gage, to start off first, the most lovable part of this team, it could be a lot of people, but it has to be head coach Rand Pecknold. Pecknold started at Quinnipiac 30 years ago. 30 years, my parents were in their teens. That's how long he has dedicated his life to this program. He's brought this program from D2 to D1. He connects with the players. He builds this atmosphere, this culture of winning. How can you not want that? Like I've said, he's brought it from D2 to D1 and a powerhouse at that. Before the national championship, we've already been to the Frozen Four 2 other times and the national championship 2 other times. That amount of success breeds a winning culture, and that's what Pecknold has done over the past 30 years.
I get your part, Zach. I get it. My men's basketball head coach, Tom McCall. You have to love this guy. He's electric at all times. This team was terrible these last few years. Tom McCall comes there, and everyone loves him. They were not that good. Terrible. They kept on getting upset over and over. Tom McCall is lovable. You know what they are? They're the historic cats. That exactly is what this team is.
You're a moron,
The
kid.
Bobcats, it's all because of Tom McCall getting this team going. We've seen this team. Zach's the first. He hasn't really seen the past. But the players, we're not here for big things. They're here for Tom Pecora. They all love him. You haven't been here long. You haven't seen how the program, this men's basketball team program, has gone through the last few years. Overall, Tom Pecora, they all love him. He's a fan favorite. Look, go to Q bars, go anywhere. They're all saying how much they love Tom Pecora. But Keenan, what do you have?
Respectfully, Gage, honey, I'm sorry. You guys are morons.
Wow.
I didn't mean to get nasty. I did not mean to get nasty. You guys
This is what you want, Gage. This is what you want.
You picked the head coach's
foreshadowing.
Unbelievable. Founding fathers of America. Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Robin from Batman and.
Okay.
Underdogs. The women's basketball team has everything going against them. Star player goes out. Sorry. All of your team, essentially last year, transfers out. Sorry. Guess what? They have a winning MAC record. This is an underdog story. They've won 3 of their last 4. They can do it. They get to Atlantic City, they can do it. You want to know why?
They can win it? They can win the whole thing?
They can win it.
Wow. Keenan, I love your belief in the underdog story, but sometimes the underdogs don't win. Especially
if you can't dream, Zach, then Gage doesn't belong
Brock
with you.
Purdy. What happened last weekend? lost.
Gage, you don't want a delusional relationship. That's what this guy
How
has.
do you want?
Oh my
how
God,
can
you guys
want,
ganging up on
Gage,
me.
How can you want a choker in your relationship? Ew! Like why? First of all, that's disgusting, Keith. But he could get so far, but he couldn't seal the deal. How do you want that in a relationship, Gage? How can you want someone who will go so
Gentlemen, passions are high, but we have to keep things civil. This is going to be a tough decision for you, Gage, but I have 2 microphones to hand out. Who deserves the first one?
Gage. Gage, you know this. I know you.
The first mic I have to hand out saw all the passion and the rejuvenation of a new team. It has to be Keith. We're gonna accept this first one.
I love you so much.
Microphone left. Gage, who is going to get it?
So down to 1 microphone, 2 of you guys, both gave strong cases. But the issue is, when you're fighting through adversity, you gotta always find a way to win, go through with the win and the love of the game. And the women's basketball team hasn't really shown it so far. And they've been starting to struggle. And the men's ice hockey team ran technical. Yes, he's been struggling.
Wow.
But he's able to fight a
Wow.
way through with Zach Stokinger.
Wow.
Will you accept this Q30 mic?
Of course I will. Thank you.
He didn't even want to be. That's how you know. He's not here for the long term.
Not
Right.
dedicated.
Things have just been crazy. We have our winners picked and everything. It's nuts. But we have 2 remaining in the hunt for the final microphone. And just 1 commercial break separates us between a winner and a loser. We will be back in 90 seconds.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. What? Mine. Oh.
What a lovely journey so far. Now it is time to bring up our finalist to have one last chance at the final mic.
Yeah, Keith, it's been a fun journey between you and I. I mean, first off, with a group date, you did not win, unfortunately, but you were able to beat Keenan when it mattered most. We battled through adversity.
I'm always here through adversity with you, Gage. Just remember that.
I got that. I understand that now. But the big question I have for you is, why should I give you the final Q30 mic?
Like we said, this men's basketball team is special. This is the best team we have ever seen. My team is lovable. My team is special. This team is elite. Overall, also, Gage, I just know you well. Like, I know your favorite song. Sing along with me. If you like pina coladas,
getting caught in the
see,
rain.
I just know you, just like that. Just Gage. We know each other. We've been here for 4 years. We've been on many Q30 shows together. Zach, he is a first year. You can't really trust him. You and me, we've been through a lot together. We know each other. I think, Gage, just overall, my team is the best. This team is electric. Their history, they're gonna keep on being great also. You know me, I know you. It's just gonna end up being great.
There's not much history with the men's basketball team. That's the only thing I'm worried about in that sense.
But they're building it up. New head coach, new everything, new program. Tom Pecora, this team is new. 10-2 in the MAC. They had the third longest win streak in the entire NCAA up till last week. This team's ready to make some noise, and they're gonna make March.
We'll have to wait.
Love is a battlefield, and that is evident right now. It is time to bring up our other finalists to have one last chance at the final mic. Zach, let's hear it.
All right, Zach, you and I have been on a crazy journey. I mean, you won the group date over Anthony Rossi, and then once again, you still amazed me with all the points you made about the men's hockey team. And I just want to know, why should I give you the Q30 mic over Keith Savage?
Well, Gage, I knew coming into this I would come at a disadvantage. You knew most of these people for at least a year, and you just met me this year, last semester. But I've been able to do many things with you. I've been able to call volleyball games. I've been able to report on volleyball. I've been able to report on other sports, and I've been able to do shows with you. I know how much you love sports, and I all have the exact same passion. I have to go up against a huge wall in these power players right here. And the men's hockey team is something I'm deeply passionate about, especially at this school. And giving me this rose, it's just going to make the journey feel all that better, you know, having that opportunity to give someone like a great opportunity. I've given you so many great points. I understand Keith may be closer to you, but I probably provide the better relationship for you in the future.
Yeah, the future has been strong. I mean, the past is great there, but the future is starting to look a bit bleak for the men's team, though. So how do you think that's going to fizzle out in the future for men's hockey?
Here's the thing, Gage. It won't. You have Rand Pecknold. You have leadership. You have this new core that's molding in 11 newcomers this year, and look how they performed. They're basically on the same level as they were last year. Maybe a little less in the win column, but I mean, you have guys, Mason Marcellus, you have other newcomers like Anton Cipillion. Those players are going to be keystones to the foundation of that team. And Rand Pecknold
Gentlemen, we had a crazy night, but unfortunately, it is coming to an end. Keith, why don't you join us up here?
Thank you.
It is time for you, Gage, to make your final decision.
Best of luck.
Who is going to win the final mic and the Bobcat Bachelor?
You both have been through so much throughout this season. It's been a lovely fight seeing you guys work and show your admiration throughout this entire journey. But there only has to be one. And I want someone that I want to have a future with. And it'll have to be a future that is bright and burning and gleaming.
We're going to have a great future. I'm here for you. Whenever you need it. I've been here for you throughout all these years.
There's been a strong history of the men's hockey team. The future is starting to look brighter with Tom Pecora in Quinnipiac men's basketball. So Keith, will you accept the Q30 mics?
It's an honor, Gage. You're not going to regret this decision forever.
Thank you, Zach. You give it an admirable fight all around.
Great job. It stinks to lose, but congrats.
And with that, Keith has won the inaugural season of Bobcat Bachelor, brought to you by Bobcat Breakdown. Keith, how about a couple words?
This is great. I appreciate my time with you, Gage. You know that first time? Keenan had some great words. I understand. He's just great with his words. That's how he is. Mm-hmm. But this is such an honor to be chosen right here, Gage. I'm telling you. You and I, we've been through it all, and we're going to stick through this and always be great.
Yes, it was a lot of fun all the way around, but unfortunately, that's all the time we have tonight.
Give us some nice words.
My nice words now? It was an emotional roller coaster all the way through. Seeing you find four gentlemen fighting for my heart all the way around, and Keith, you just scored above and beyond, battled through adversity. I talked about. Yes, Keaton has a way with his words, but you came through when it mattered most in the clutch times that I needed you.
I'm always here for you, man.
And that was it.
You know what? Let's leave you two to it. And with that, oh my goodness, we have Keith Savage, the inaugural winner of the season of the Bobcat Bachelor, brought to you by Bobcat Breakdown. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have tonight, but be sure to stay up to date on all things Quinnipiac sports at q30sports.com and on X. A big thank you to the producers and everyone behind the scenes for making this show happen. For Gage Kilborn and all the contestants, I'm Michael Hanley. Have a lovely night.
I'm Katie, and I'm looking for what sport I want to be report next on next season of Bobcat Bachelorette.